past the original time, but I did send out a notification for people to join in at 5:55. I was having technical difficulties, so I'm going to give you about 3 more minutes to join before we... They're asking you, is that you on the cover of the book?
Oh, well, I can't deny it. My husband put me on the cover. That was his surprise to me. And boy, was I surprised. I said, out of all pictures, why that one?
Nick always pick the worst picture.
I'm telling you, he's like, I needed your face. And I'm like, okay, you like it, I love it.
Okay, I'm going to give 2 more minutes for others to join. Yeah, she is aging gracefully, okay?
Oh, thank you.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Okay, so how are you feeling?
I'm doing fine. Thank you for inviting me to your live. I'm humble. I really appreciate it.
I'm very humble. I would have never imagined this way. So, hello, everyone. Thank you all for joining us today for this beautiful session with Dr. Melanie Stevenson, who is a holistic naturopath practitioner, medical astrologist, spiritual counselor, and so much more. The list goes on. We will get into her introduction in a few. She'll introduce herself. And she is well known for her lectures outlining the importance of taking care of the body in a holistic way that doesn't cater to inflammation and disease. And she is also the wife of Dr. Llaila Afrika, who is an addictionologist, a nutritional counselor, psychotherapist, and the list goes on for him as well. And how important it is he's an advocate for the overall health of the African community and the importance of understanding our bodies in a Afrocentric way, not a Eurocentric way.
Very well said.
So, would you like to introduce yourself now?
Okay, so I'm Dr. Stevenson. As some of you or may not know, I am the wife of late Dr. Llaila Afrika. I have been a holistic practitioner for over 20 years. My husband and I traveled the world teaching holistic medicine and bringing about awareness to the human body, just to let us know that, we should know what we eat, and your food should be your medicine, and your medicine should be your food. And we taught classes, and I still teach the classes in nutritional counseling, as well as I do marriage counseling, and I do face readings and all that kind of good stuff. And we also have a product line, which was specifically derived from Dr. Afrika's formulas. And they're made to help, your body with diabetes, high blood pressure, the things that plague us as a community. And so I would like us to come together as a community. We're going into a new year, and I would like us to reach back and start building our villages again and starting to identify who our tribes are, because families make tribes, tribes make villages. And so now we have to be responsible for each other. And so I'm in the angel tribe right now, and the angel village. And we just want to come and just talk about some uplifting things for the body. Okay.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you letting me in.
Okay, so can we get started with, how did you get to this point of being a holistic practitioner?
Okay, that's a good question. I have actually non-traditionally, I've been a holistic practitioner for a very long time. I would say that this was actually my calling as a child, because I had a father who had phlebitis in his leg, and his leg used to open up, and I used to help him, put the salves and stuff inside of his leg. And so I would read Dr. Afrika's book, the first version, African Holistic Health, and I would try to help my dad to say, let's try to stay away from eating ham, and let's try not to drink alcohol, and see if we can get this leg to heal up. So as we went on, my dad's leg actually started to heal. And so it gave me encouragement to say, wow, I really like, helping people. So I have been a manicurist. I didn't do it very long because I wasn't very good at it. I got my license, but I was not very good at it. Girlfriend was doing full sets and they was popping off. Probably because I needed to be a holistic practitioner, to every letter of the word. So after that, I went for massage therapy.
Mhm.
And after massage therapy, I went to school for esthetician. And after esthetician, I went for my holistic practitioner and then needleless acupuncture, auricular therapy, done that. And so everything just kind of went from there. But I didn't really gain my knowledge until Dr. Afrika took me up underneath his wing. Even when you think you know and you understand what you're taught in some of these traditional schools, they give you a test and you can answer the question, but you really can't explain how the system works. Well, it was because of Dr. Afrika that I learned how the body actually functioned holistically and how to bring about healing to the body. So that is most of my journey and that I have had. And you just got to put one foot in front of the other. You never know how life takes its turns for you, but because I never knew I was going to be here. I'm just as surprised as you are sometimes. You understand? But you can't stop destiny. Once something is written for you in the stars, it shall be. All you have to do is just continue to work towards it, and whatever your purpose is, it will manifest itself.
I'm sorry. I'm just pinning your IG name so that
Okay.
it can follow you.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I want to say hello to all the people in the chat. Hey, how are you? Thank you so much for coming in and listening. It is my pleasure. I just want to make sure that I acknowledge everyone. I can't read, not a comment, because my phone is way far away from me. So I'm going to be leaning on you, Angel, okay?
Oh, sorry, y'all. Wait.
So while you're pinning the name, I'll just say that I want everyone to really look into themselves, look into your own heart, and just identify with what your purpose is. And once you find out in your heart what your purpose is, I want you to actually, can you type it in the chat? What's your purpose? Are
Oh,
you operating in your purpose? Because this is about us, uplifting each other. And I know we all came here with some kind of a gift. Did you pin it yet? Are
yes.
you okay? So I'll turn it back over to you, but we'll be
Oh,
looking. I see a purpose for healing. So I'll let you speak.
and I was just about to say that my purpose is to heal. I mean, of course, I'm always more focused on how I can become financially stable. But
Mm-hmm.
no matter how many jobs I take on, no matter how good the title is, I always come back full circle to healing. I am a massage therapist, but
Oh,
yes, I am
all
a
right.
therapist. And before I became a massage therapist, I was already recommending certain herbs to my peers in the health industry. I was creating things for people, and it was the people who are around me who recommended turn this into a business because I was putting more money out attempting to create something for someone who couldn't find the herbs on their own. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I was in Virginia. I studied this under this person and I
Mm-hmm.
practiced this. And they're like, okay, so what can you recommend for diabetes? And because I
Mm-hmm.
use so many videos by you and Dr. Llaila Afrika on
Mm-hmm.
bilberry, that's like one of
Mm-hmm.
my secret ingredients in one of my teas, bilberry.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one.
Yeah, so at that time I was very focused, but of course moving down here to Atlanta, the fast pace,
Mm-hmm.
I'm from Virginia Beach, Virginia. The pace is much slower there. So when I'm introduced to a new environment, it's way bigger than what I'm used to, way more people than what I'm used to, way more opportunities than what I'm
Mm-hmm.
used to. I kind of got off track because people were like, why would you invest you're so sharp. You have so much potential. Why would you invest your time and energy into becoming a massage therapist? Like, why would you invest your time and energy into selling herbal teas and things? You should back to school, become a health manager, go back to school, become a uh, IT major. Like, and so I kind of let it get to me, and that's exactly what I did, just to get back to this point of wanting to be back in tune with healing. And, you know.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something that is really interesting. Do you know when I became a massage therapist, I think I would start going to school and I think I was like 19 years old. So I graduated at like 21, right before my 21st birthday. And all my friends were going to the universities. And they was like, I'm going to this university and I'm be majoring in this. And I'm like, that is so amazing. I was like so excited for them. And then they're like, so what are you doing? I'm like, I'm going to school to be a massage therapist. And they're like, a
Right.
massage therapist? Like, what is that? And
Mm-hmm.
so I was like, I'm going to school to be a massage therapist, and I'm going to be massaging people. I didn't really know what it meant until I really got in school, because it's a very intense course. But I that was the best decision I could have ever made, because it made me independent. It made me an entrepreneur, and I made very good money at doing massage therapy. And so I tell everyone, do not despise your small beginnings, because massage therapy was part of my springboard for me to be where I'm at today. So I don't massage anymore, and I still have clients saying, "Are you massaging?" I'm like, "That's my past life." You know, I
Yeah.
can teach people certain techniques or stuff like that, but I think that that's an amazing art. And yes, that is a way that you can express healing, and you actually are doing hands-on healing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I have to keep my energy right at this point,
Yes.
because, you know, it's not easy to get back on track after you
Mm-hmm.
fall off. It really is.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're like, dang, what was I thinking? I was
Mm-hmm.
vegan for 7 years. Last July, I started incorporating fish, because what I realized is that after detoxing for all of those years using herbs, I wasn't allergic to fish anymore. And it
Mm-hmm.
was because I was definitely allergic to it. But
Mm-hmm.
just to get coming back to the point of being practically vegan again. So
Okay. Okay. You're coming full circle. That's the way life goes.
whatever is for you will come back to you.
It will. It will. And that's destiny. You
Mhm.
think, sometimes we know what our gifts are, and they're like right in front of us, and you're really good at, say, like numbers, or you're really good at, you might be a writer, and you might start writing and you say, I'm not going to do this, and you go do something else, and then destiny calls you right back to it, and you end up doing that thing in which you kind of went off the trail with. So it's okay. Destiny will definitely call you back when you kind of go off and try to do other things. If it's meant for you, it will come back to you.
hmm Okay. So what are some of your suggestions for not becoming like discouraged with your purpose?
Okay, so for me, I have to tell you that how so many people have like all these like financial goals, and I think one thing that really helped me is that I didn't have all of that. I just wanted to help people, and I was just grateful and gracious that I could get what I was getting, and that I was able to take care of myself, and then things naturally blossom from there. And I have been discouraged before. Before I started doing lives again without my husband, it's just like, how am I going to do this without my baby? I'm used to it being me and Dr. Afrika. We're right beside each other. So I'm a witness right now of someone who is stepping out on faith and saying, you know what, I can do this. And all of you are giving me the energy and giving me the you just given me the faith that I can do it. You understand what I'm saying? So all I would tell myself, I would just walk through the house or wherever I would go, and I say, Melanie, you can do this. You can do this. And I pray and I say, God, just lead me. And Layla, just put those people in my life and help me. And I asked for help a long time before I really started doing something. So I mean, I've been saying help and and please. And I've been doing a lot of meditating. But
Yeah.
like I say, this was the time. The timing was now. So look how everything is happening. And I'm just so grateful for it. And I think that we should encourage one another. So if you are feeling down and saying, man, I really feel like I'm not doing what I'm put here to do, there should be people around you to say, you can do it. What is it? Just encourage each other to dig deep and just have faith and courage just to try it. You understand? And then doors open. They really do open, and don't put a time frame on it. Some people say, if I don't do it in like 2 weeks, then, I'm not going to do this anymore. Well, sometimes it's not how it happens. it happens according to like nature's laws, God's laws, and you just say, I know I'm in divine purpose. This is what I personally say. I know I'm in divine purpose, and I know that I will be taken care of, and I trust that, and I believe that, and that's how I walk. If I need something, I put out in the universe, I need this, and I wait until it happens, and I look for it, and I believe it. So that's how I know. It sounds kind of, I
No,
don't know.
timing is key.
Yeah.
Space that you are in at that point in time that would allow it to manifest.
Yes. So that's how I do it, and that's how I try to encourage people around me.
Okay. So earlier you stated that I had beautiful skin. You have very beautiful skin. I do
Oh.
a skin appeal, like a supplement.
You know, we do have a supplement for your skin. We have and I'm gonna tell you what I do. I know I'm a little weirdo. I know people are like, you are so weird. I'm like, I know I've been like this since I've been a kid, but I just love to take all the supplements that Dr. Africa, I have all these different formulas that I mix on a daily basis, right? So I'll just take some of them and I'll mix them in. So I'll take the hair supplement and say I'll take the urinary supplement and the blood purifier in powder form, and I'll just eat them like it's a snack because I want to get my body actually sensitized to being able to have different tastes on my tongue, because sometimes herbs can be, they can be a little strong in taste. So now I've gotten to the point where I actually crave the herbs. So I eat a lot of the hair formula and the blood purifier. So I go through each one of them. I say, okay, this week I'm gonna do these three, and I just do it as like a hobby. I know it's a weird hobby, but I'm by myself a lot, so I just try to do like, weird fun stuff, and that's fun to me because I said if the world ends, I'm gonna be eating herbs. I'm not gonna be trying to run to no grocery store. If they lock the door on me, it's okay. As long as I got some herbs around, I'll survive.
What are some key herbs that we should be taking or some things that we should be doing to enhance our skin?
Okay, so for your skin, I always tell people to drink plenty of water. Okay, that's the first thing. The other thing I tell people to do is you can take, we have a hair, skin, and nail formula that you can take, or I go first with the foods.
Mhm.
Okay, everything starts with what you eat. Okay, so once you've purified your blood, um, once you start to put yourself on a regime, first you need to understand. Like I used to have horrible skin. I promise you, I had horrible skin as a child, and I used to have people make fun of me. Yeah,
Mhm.
you know how kids can be really mean because I
Yeah.
had acne all over the place, and gosh, they used to call me all kind of names. And so what I did is I started to look up in Dr. Africa's book the things that you can take for your skin, the blood purifiers. But my problem was actually what I ate. I ate a lot of sugar. I ate a lot of sugar, a whole lot. And I ate a lot of fast food, a lot of greasy food. So it was, of course, coming out through my skin.
Mhm.
So that was my major change to actually how my skin started to actually clear up. It was based upon me not eating the things that I used to eat that was horrible. And I ate a lot of horrible foods as a child, and to just become more aware of, okay, stress.
Mhm.
Because when I stress, when I was young, my face used to break out as well. But there are so many herbs that you can take for your skin. There are tons of blood purifying herbs. I try to tell people herbs are not accessible to everybody. Like you have to get the ones that are more accessible. And now, since we're in COVID, it has really gotten to be a little
Yeah.
interesting. So for me, I just do a lot of exfoliating. I do that. I take echinacea, golden seal, chaparral. I take milk thistle. I take so many different things. I always say there one herb is not just gonna say, let me clear the skin up. When
Yes.
you take a herb and you put it inside your body, it is so intelligent. That plant is so intelligent that the body can say it can break that herb apart, and it can go to the liver, it can
Mhm.
go to the gallbladder, it can go to your kidneys. So it does what the body needs it to do. You might be taking something and you think that it's doing one thing, but herbs can do many things.
Okay. Okay, let's get into the salt and sugar because you stated that you were eating a lot of sugar, consuming a lot
Mm.
of. How important is it for us to get away from sugar?
Well, sugar is like the devil. Sugar is like the devil that we allow into our lives.
And I'm on a sugar fast right now. I came
Okay.
across your videos and I realized I was addicted to sugar. So I'm
Yeah. Yeah, so sugar is it's very addictive. Now, sugar, first and foremost, is a reason for a lot of diseases. When people are bald, the sugar actually takes the moisture out of the scalp, which keeps the hair from growing. When you wear glasses, it takes the moisture from behind the eyes, which makes you have a strain. It takes the moisture from your teeth. It takes the moisture from your skin. It robs the body of moisture. Salt is the same thing, but sugar just wherever you put it in your body, if it's from the cell, it takes the nutrients out of the cell. It makes the uterus, it takes all the nourishment out of the uterus. So everywhere that it touches, it just robs. It's a robber. And so we need to get the natural, like monk fruit, to sweeten our things with. Get vegan. There's a lot of stuff that is made that is vegan, that tastes sweet, that can actually help your sugar Jones, and you still, you're not damaging your body. So sugar definitely is also emotionally the inability to give love or to receive it. Sometimes you eat sugar because you're not feeling good, inside your body, inside your emotions. And instead of dealing with what you're not feeling good with, and this is what I challenge people to do, when you start to, crave sugar, stop and say, okay, I know I want the sugar, but how am I feeling? I want you to stop and say, how am I feeling? And it might be, you might be bored, you might be sad, you might be missing someone, you might be grieving. And so when you find out that there's something else that's hooked to why you're actually craving the sugar, then I want you to say, okay, so let me deal with the root cause of why I'm craving the sugar. And when you start dealing with the root cause, the sugar addiction goes away. And I can tell you, every time I start to eat herbs, every time I get on my herbal regimens, I don't crave herbs anyway. So the more you start to clean your body out with anything that's herbal, any supplementation, the body starts to correct itself, which is a good thing.
Are you familiar with the parasite? I may be pronouncing it incorrectly, but it's pronounced not pronounced, but it's Ascaris, which is a parasite that lives in the blood, and it's addicted to sugar, or it makes you crave sugar.
Okay, so um I'm not I'm not aware of the parasite that you just said, but I can tell you about parasites.
Okay.
There are good parasites in the body and there are bad parasites in the body. There are actually parasites that actually clean the eyes. They have good and bad functions. So you have bad parasites that crave sugar, that crave salt. You understand, that cause funguses. Yes, that does exist. But when you're taking, say, like a parasite cleanse, inside of your body, it's going to clean out the parasites that are overrun by sugar and things like that. But some people, they take the cleanses for parasites, but they still eat things that have sugar in them. So it's like you're trying to cleanse the body and you're also feeding it at the same time.
Okay. Well, I see a couple of people posted what their calling was. Original Raha. Is it Raja or Raha? Raja? I think my purpose is to heal. And why do you think that your purpose is to heal? What are you doing right now, currently, that you feel as though that is your purpose? Gemstone King 8 stated that his purpose is to regenerate earth in harmony upon it.
That's amazing. We're healing people, believe it or not. I know that we all have healing within us. I know that. And the major healer, when you do start to heal, you have to heal yourself first. Because some of us, we help so many people and then we end up being depleted. So just make sure that when you're on your healing journey, that you give the healing to yourself so that you have enough to give, that you're not completely depleted because you're helping all these people. And it's hard to pour in a water out of your cup, but when your cup becomes empty, then that's when you get dis-ease or disorder inside the body.
Yes. Do you have any recommendations for, you know, healing yourself before giving out, or How do you know when you're giving out too much energy?
You can, okay, so for me, when I'm giving out too much energy, when it's enough, I actually start to feel a physical drain on my body.
Mm-hmm.
I can feel it behind my eyes. I can just feel like I've been talk. Have you ever talked so much where you're like, I'm tired of talking?
Yeah. Even.
I mean, I get these physical signs of, okay, now I physically feel like I need to remove myself from the situation. And when I do that, I usually sleep a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So that knocks me right out. So I wash my hands, I take a good shower, and then I lay down and I go to sleep to rejuvenate myself.
Okay. Underscore Leo Rave 36 stated that her purpose is to inspire and heal. How are you inspiring people right now? Momo 11,000 stated that his purpose is to teach and help spark change. Oh, wow.
So you understand it. You are the village. You are the village. You guys have your own tribes. And so it is your job to take your healing and your teaching into the tribe, because that's the only way that we're going to be strong as a people. So I encourage, go back and heal grandma and, the people that you work with. It's going to take all of us to actually come together in a collective effort so that we can actually move mountains, because we're taking a beating right now. You understand? And I just want to encourage us to actually come together in our healing efforts.
Do you want to take a couple of questions?
Okay.
Okay. Does anyone have a question they would like Miss Dr. Melanie Stevenson to answer for you? Someone asked, did she remove the?
Is Dr. Afrika's course still offered? Yes, it is. You can go to LailaAfrika.com and get his course. It's the sale going on until I think the 15th, the 18th of this month. We have the course for $9.99. If you go on my Instagram, you'll see a flyer there, and you can click the flyer and it'll take you to the link where you can get that sale price. If you go to the website, you won't see the sale price, you'll just see the regular price. And if you have any issues with that, you can just text me at 440-915-2432. What's your question, sweetie?
Sunny underscore orb underscore asked, can you explain what MS is?
Multiple sclerosis. Multiple sclerosis, the way it presents itself is a connective tissue disorder inside the body. And so it presents itself in a lot of different ways. It can be from your diet. Most of the time it's from your diet, or it can be from genetics. And so what you do when you're dealing with somebody with multiple sclerosis, you have to ask them specifically exactly what's going on in their body. So ask them, so like, how is it presenting? How does it look inside your body? Is it your connective tissue? Are you not able to move? You understand what I'm saying? So I do more of a one-on-one approach when I deal with MS.
Okay. So if you have more questions in regards, where can she,
Give me
where can she contact you?
She can contact me at LailaAfrika.com and get a consultation. Because you know what, multiple sclerosis, you have all these different disorders, and
Mm-hmm.
it's a name, right? But it doesn't point to anything. So you have to go into the system of what it actually affects. You understand that? So once you go into the system that it affects, then you can say, this is how I deal with it on a natural basis. So I don't deal with things allopathically. Allopathically, when they look at you, they take tests and then they put you on medications, which is fine. I'm not knocking that. But what I do with Dr. Afrika, we do holistically, is we look at you and say, okay, these is how we need to change your dietary changes. This is how we need to change your environmental changes. So we look at you as a holistic person and see exactly what gave you multiple sclerosis. Is it in, you can have your urine done, you can have your pH done. We do all the holistic approach to trying to find out exactly what's going on with that individual.
Okay. One also asked, why is it so hard for them to change the way that they eat? They're already a picky eater. but why is it so hard?
But most people eat. They're emotional eaters. You understand? The hard part is that your emotions are actually taking over why you eat what you eat. We have all been there. I
Hmm.
am at the point now in my growth and development and in my education where I know that I eat things because it strengthens my body because my body actually needs it. You understand? So it's a discipline. So you have to discipline yourself and say if you're having problems with sugar, say, okay, I know that I'm having a problem with sugar, but let me go find something that's natural that can replace the bad stuff. Let me replace it with something good. You understand? To help you get through it. Or say if it's like eating meat, which I
Hmm.
don't knock people that eat meat, but we know that it stays in the system way longer than it should. I tell them if you eat meat every single day, and some people say I just can't stop eating it, I tell them just to eat it like um twice a week or 3 times a week, and then just start to tailor it down. You understand? But you have to start a discipline to help you to get out of your ways of your emotions.
Also, before we move on to the next question, could you break down why is it important to eat as less a small portion of meat as possible?
Okay, so this is what I teach.
Hmm.
15% protein, and this comes from Dr. Afrika. So when I say you know that I get my information from my husband, but it's 15% protein, 15% raw fat, and 70% green leafy carbohydrates. And out of that 70% of carbs, you can have like 10% of that as a starchy carb. And so when I talk, I don't talk like, just eat a little bit of meat. That's not what I usually say. I say if you're going to eat meat, eat it with vegetables. So it
Hmm.
should be 15% of your plate should be, so if you, everything that you're eating, only 15% of that should be the meat, and the rest of it should be your green leafy vegetables. And we have to talk about food combining because when you're eating protein, when you're eating meat, you only should eat it with a vegetable. And when you're eating carbohydrates like your noodles and your rice and your potatoes, you should only eat it with a vegetable. You have to follow those laws, or the body will definitely punish you for it. So that's my take on the little bit of meat. So I don't really say little bit of meat. I don't say a little bit. I just say, you know what, make sure in proportion to how you're eating,
If
that
you're
is a very small portion.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Okay. How important is breathing and meditating when it comes to becoming one with yourself?
I think that it is of the utmost importance. I don't know. For personally, I cannot exist without meditating and deep breathing. And when I go through good times, when I go through bad times, I have to come back into myself. I have to come back into my silence, and I do mindful breathing, which I had to really learn how to do that because you know how sometimes you get distracted. You can be trying to meditate, and then you have all these different thoughts that come in your mind, and your thoughts kind of like take you away, and next thing you do, you're sleeping. And so the way I built my discipline of actually meditating is I usually do mine in the bathtub, or if I'm in my room, or if I'm just by myself. I could be in my car and meditate though. I just watch my belly. I take a deep breath in and I watch the air fill, and then I relax the air out and I watch it come down, and then I watch my air go back in my belly. And when you're actually paying attention to your inhalation and your exhalation, you are not focusing on anything else. It's just that. And then I naturally start to feel my body relax. So whatever was stressing me, whatever I was thinking about, it kind of dissipates through my breathing. And that's when I start to feel like I'm connected as I do that for a couple of minutes. And then I just feel like I'm floating. And that's very important for me.
Okay, that's a good question and a good answer. The next question is,
I see a question. Go ahead, I'm listening.
what do you think it's going to take to bridge the Black community together from a holistic standpoint?
I think it's going to take each person to be aware. I think we have to be responsible for our own thought process. I think we have to be intentional as an individual to say, I'm here to make sure that I watch after and that I'm responsible not only for myself, but for my environment. And so when you have someone that is beside you and they're going through a hard time and you are into village building, you say, you know what, you sow into them and tell them they're going to be okay. And if they need help and you know somebody that can help them, you connect them to their help. You understand? And you pray for them. You just do the best that you can do in yourself. But for me, I'm on this earth to make sure that I can be my brother and my sister's keeper. So I can, I mean, that's part of my purpose. That's part of my healing. And so if each one of us do it, if each one, and that's what I want everybody to say, I'm ready to be that. I want to be the person that's going to be able to speak into someone else's life. I want to be the person that is going to be helpful. If we all do that and we all mindfully do it and it becomes a collective effort, then you'll start to see us raise. But right now, we just fighting each other. Nobody wants to listen to you if you're not talking about somebody. Nobody wants to pay attention to you if it's not gossip, or I don't want to have anything to do with that. It doesn't serve me. It doesn't serve our community. And so that's something that I reject. And we all have to reject that as a whole and say, you know what, we're going to build instead of break down. It has to be actually your purpose to do that.
Thank you. Someone was asking, could you explain driving the herb?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. We teach it. Drivers. What does it mean to have drivers? So when you use a herb as a driver, say you're making yourself a formula, okay, and say you want to make something for the female reproductive system. So Damiana is good for the female reproductive system. So say if you want to do a formula that is going to cleanse the reproductive system, you will use the Damiana with whatever formula you're putting together, because that Damiana will actually drive it to the uterus. Mm-hmm. So you have to take the major herb for the system and put it with your formula that you're actually using to help the body to drive it to the different places. So that's what that means. Ask them if they understood that.
Did you understand that? Please understand that this woman is a very knowledgeable woman. Dr. Stevenson is a very knowledgeable woman. She practices what she preaches. She knows how to read the face and what's going on with your body just by reading the face. She understands everything in regards to health and wellness. So she knows what she's talking about.
Well, thank you. I try, and I know what I don't know, and I know what I know, and I'm reaching and I'm studying every day, just like you are. I actually have to go in there. It's digging. You constantly have to dig and get the information, because there's something called a saturation process. Just because you just learned something, it may take a little while for it to actually settle inside your spirit for you to actually get it. Sometimes you don't get your aha moment for years. You understand? So I appreciate that.
Okay, so someone else was asking how can she have a consultation session with you, and how much would it be?
Okay, so you can go online to LailaAfrika.com and you can book a consultation with me there. Or I have a Black Friday sale where I'm doing a reading I let you pick the tongue, teeth, or something else. I forget what I put on the flyer, but if you go to my Instagram, you'll see it. It's $100. I actually do a reading with you, and it's a live reading. Can you believe it? So I'm either doing it from FaceTime or I'm doing it from Duo, and I'm actually looking at you and I'm telling you what I see, and I can consult with you that way, if you get what I'm saying. And you also get a free supplement there. So you can go on the website, or you can get the discounted one that I have that will be off a discount on Friday. And that's with my Instagram Live. That's the only place you're going to find, not Instagram Live. See, I'm brand new with this stuff. It's on my Instagram page, okay? The flyer's there. And if you
asking what is a face reading?
Oh, what is a face reading? And I'm sure are we gonna have some fun? We're gonna do a couple today. We may do some.
Time is draining my my phone, so let me get my charger right quick.
Okay, so while you getting your charger, I'll answer that question.
Yes, you can.
So what a face reading is, okay, if you can see right here, there's a book here, and you can see a picture if a distorted me because I'm sure it's too far away from the actual camera. But what you do is I can actually look at your face, and your face is like a map. And based upon your map, your face, I can tell you what organs are struggling inside your body, what organs need to be strengthened. So I can tell you what organs need to be strengthened, as well as I can tell you things about yourself by looking at you. And that is my spiritual diagnosing and healing gift, which I also teach that as well. So that's what it is for me to be able to read your face. But I can do the same thing with your palms, and I can do the same thing with your tongue. So that's what I mean by doing a face reading or tongue reading or palm reading. She is actually putting. Did you get your charger together?
Yes.
Okay. Because you know what? While she's doing that, I'm gonna do something fun. I have a telephone number 440-915-2432. 440-915-2432. The first couple people that send me a picture while she's doing her, she's trying to get her charger into her phone, I'll go ahead and I'll do a face reading for you. So it's the first couple of people. So are you back? We can go until I see somebody pop into my phone.
In the bottom, and I don't want it to fall. What is your phone number so I can pin it for those who would like a picture over?
440-915-2432. And what you're going to do is I forgot to tell you. So you're going to text me a picture of your face. So you take a selfie, you take a picture of your face, and then you send it to that number. I'm so sorry. I gave you the telephone number and didn't tell you what to do with it. So once I get that, then I can just look at your picture. But this is something that I actually teach. And I'm starting to teach. If you want to just learn how to read the face, you can actually text that number and say, Dr. Stevenson, I just want to actually I want to learn how to just read the face. And so I think I have. All right. I got a nice picture here. And I always give the last three digits of the telephone number, which is 352. And what I see when I look at this face, I'm trying to get the picture to enlarge. I see someone who worries a lot. You have to just make sure that you do your deep breathing. This is not like this lady worries a whole lot. Okay. Just make sure you take some time and just meditate. This woman carries the world on her shoulders, but I can see that she has liver. She needs to actually detoxify out her liver. We have a cholesterol fat burner product on our website that she can get for that. And I also see the major things that I see that sticks out. I see a diabetic line there, so she has to watch her sugar, but I know it runs in her family as well. And I see stressed kidneys. I see her kidneys are stressed, and I also see reproductive. There are other things that I can see, but that is what that's what I'll pull out of that picture. Okay. So I really appreciate you. 352. Just take a deep breath in and relax, sweetheart. You're just so stressed. Take some time for yourself, and try not to worry as much as you worry. Everything is definitely going to be okay. And so I'll just I'll do one more and then we can talk. I got another beautiful picture. And with this picture, I'm just trying to enlarge it. I'm being special here. Hold on, here we are. The last four digits is 348. And this is a beautiful young lady. And I think that she needs to actually clean her colon. That's the first thing that I see. I also see take female herbs, reproductive herbs. I would even give her herbs. I would give her reproductive herbs. I'll just say that. I also would put her on a blood purifier. Very kind, balanced. This woman is very balanced. Inventive. this person has a very inventive mind.
Mhm.
Uh, Believe in yourself. I want to just let her know this is 348. So 348. I mean, you have such good thoughts. Don't be afraid to just try them. Believe it or not, it will work if you just do it. This
Mhm.
person gets so many ideas, and she has the propensity to make a lot of money from her ideas,
Mhm.
and she can't talk herself out of them. So I'll let you go. I'll let you take over. Was it something else that you wanted to say?
Well, really, I was attempting to close it up a little because I didn't want to say on live, my phone is dying, y'all. I gotta go.
Okay, it's okay.
But I have my charger, so
It's okay.
that.
Well, tell us about you. So, what are you doing? What's your endeavors?
So right now, I am working my way into building a healing center, more specific, a spa, but
Mm-hmm.
eventually it's going to become a healing center that will carry therapists, psychotherapists, massage therapists, physical therapists, you name it, all forms of healing on all levels. I want to have a nurse on call. I want to have a doctor on call, whether that means Western medicine as well as naturopathic medicine. So I want something where everyone can come together and heal on all levels. Mhm.
I think that is so amazing. I see so many people that's coming in to I see so many people that is they're sending me their pictures. If I do not read your picture, okay, you can get the service from off of my Instagram. But I do you mind if I do a couple
No,
more?
you too. Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to do a couple more. Uh Okay, so I'm gonna go random. I'm gonna go with the last person that just gave me it. So 287, beautiful woman. Oh my gosh, your skin is gorgeous. Your color is just amazing. Like, can I have it? This is what I aspire to look like. So when I look at her, I see someone I mean, this woman is so beautiful. When I tell you this could be a picture that you could put on your wall that you would just
Okay.
actually love. And I know I'm supposed to be reading, but I'm just like, wow. Okay, so what I can see, she has on a little bit of makeup, but what I can see is hormonal issues. Okay. I see somebody that's very stable. She's very stable thinking. Very, very stable thinking. I also see her intestines. I see her intestines, and I also see her right kidney.
Mhm.
So I would tell her to take a kidney cleanse and a colon cleanse. Um, woo, this lady has a lot of energy and a lot of power within her. I also see. I'm trying to go through the makeup, so
Okay.
that's. Let me go to her next picture. Okay, so her next
So
picture is
the makeup can't hide everything, huh?
right. No, I can see through it. So I'm also seeing that she needs to be really be careful of carbohydrates.
Mhm.
Okay. I also see that she has to be very careful of her pancreas. But very jovial spirit, very deep thinker.
Mhm.
And she's a seer. She can also see. She can also see. This lady has a strong spirit. You know what's so funny when I look at this picture? It's like you know how somebody looks so sweet and kind and she is, but don't cross her. Okay. Okay, because she ain't to be played with, and I like strong women.
Yes.
This is definitely a strong woman. It's 287. If I didn't give you the last digits, 287. That's who I'm reading. So I'm gonna try to go through some more. Okay, so 691. 691. All right. So I see another intentional woman, very focused. You have a lot of questions. This young lady, when I look at this face, she has so many questions. You will be answered. You will be answered. Meditation will be good for this person. Intestines need a lot of work. You need to work on your cleansing. Blood purifying cleansing is what I see. Hormones, reproductive system, I see. Lungs, I see. I can even see it in the hairline, kidneys, bladder, sex organ, excretory system. Okay. And so when I see this person, I see a lot of love and nurture in this person, but this person has this person's on a path of questions. A lot of questions that this young lady has. Just get silent. And the questions that you have, be silent and listen to your spirit and let your spirit give you the answers, because it will come to you. She thinks very deeply. Okay. When she approaches something, it's almost as if she dissects it 100%. Like when she approaches a person, if she's looking at a person and they're talking, I mean, you know how some people just be like, they just see your mouth moving. This one, she's looking at she's taking everything into account. So that's really good. All right. So let me go to another one, and I'm just going random because I have a lot. Okay. I have another lady, very beautiful. 8.
Any
Excuse
men?
me.
Beauty?
I haven't seen a man yet. I'm just clicking on them. 989. Okay, so 989. 989 hormones. And your hormones are so imbalanced that it can make you moody, because sometimes you just don't want to be bothered. Very nice, very kind when she wants to be bothered, okay, but when she doesn't, she doesn't. I also see, if I turn this around, how is your I see something going on with her parents and more on her dad side. How's your father? I see something going on in your dad, so just note that, okay? um I also see that she could I would tell her to take a blood purifier. Her thyroid, I would also tell her to look at, and stomach issues. Stomach issues, and get more sleep. Get more sleep. Okay. And so that's what I see for 989. Now, let me explain to you, when I'm doing readings and I'm actually focused on you and it's just me and you, the more I look, the more I see. And when we're doing a live like this, I try to filter out a lot of what I'm saying. You understand?
Exactly.
Just for the privacy part of it, but just understand that if you can see out, I can see in. You understand? And I want people to learn this skill so that they can help other people. You understand? But it helps you to be a better judge of character. So when I have someone in front of me, you know, if someone's being mean to you, you don't be mean back. You just say that person's really stressed. That's a gift, instead of saying, oh, they got an attitude problem. You know, it gives you a better way of being able to deal with your environment. So
That's a
we
class
all have the
black.
gift to do it. I'm sorry.
I said that's a classic black response. Oh, she got an attitude problem.
Right. Oh, I ain't got time for that. She got an attitude problem. I don't want to talk to her. She being mean. She just look like, and we make, you know, we're prejudiced. And if we just could just heighten our gifts and our skills, it would really help us to help other people to get through the hard times that we actually are going through. So I appreciate being able to do some of the readings that I was able to do with you. But like I say, and I think you're buffering, but if people would like to get a personal reading done by me, you could actually, like I say, go on my Instagram. You can see where it's on sale, and I'll actually read you, and it'll be you and I, and we'll be conversing back and forth. So I don't want you to tell me anything. I just want to tell you. Okay. And if you'd like to learn how to do holistic living, holistic nutritional counselor course, if you'd like to take that, we have that on sale until the 15th. It's I believe $9.99, and then I have where if you want to just take the courses in parts, you want to take part 1, part 2, part 3, it's $333 per part. So it gives you a chance to become a holistic practitioner, and I do marriage counseling and all that good stuff. So I'm just so excited that I'm able to be here. Are you back?
No, someone stated that they have the book in the back.
Oh, good. Thank you so much. But I get in there and start practicing. Get in there and start reading. It's so much stuff in there. Just open it up and just look at a part of the body, and then look at someone, and you'll start to see things that you never thought that you would see. So I really appreciate you having me come on today. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
I'm so honored. And next time I will have more structure.
It's okay.
When you're overexcited, when you have this opportunity, you just don't know what to do. You want to be perfect. You want to ask the right questions.
Mm-hmm. If you want to book the marriage counseling, all my courses, everything you can book on LailaAfrika.com. If you want to get supplements for diabetes, skin, virus, hyperactivity, we have I think it's 28 different formulas that we have, cellular cleanse. And I want to tell everybody, it's about to be the first of the year. I want you guys to start cleaning your cells. Go take a cellular cleanse, and I want you to take a blood purifier. Let's all do it together. I want to go on and do a whole cleanse with everybody. So I'm going to be coming back on in January and say, okay, let's start cleansing right now as a whole. So we're going to do it all together. So if you're having a problem craving sugar, if you got a problem craving salt, let's just all start cleansing our body all at once. So I'm coming back the first of the year to say, let's do it. So if you want to go on the site, LailaAfrika.com, and get you a cellular cleanse, get you a blood purifier, because we're going to start taking it January the 1st. We will start healing one person at a time.
Oh, the blood purifying challenge.
Yes, we got to cleanse, because we've been tripping. It's been these holidays. People want to give you all kind of good stuff, and some of us can say no thank you, but some of us cannot. So it's okay. Just get ready to cleanse.
Mm-hmm. So what are some suggestions for bringing in a more peaceful and prosperous new year?
Your mindset and your intentions is how you do that. I live very intentional. I don't put people or things, or I make sure that my environment speaks of peace, of harmony, and you have to set intentions. So for me, I am going into my new year saying, okay, whatever the ancestors, whatever my husband, whatever he wants me to do, I'm going to be quiet enough to listen so that I can walk after the purpose in which I have been put here. So you just have to be silent. A lot of us, we're so consumed with our cell phones, with TV. You understand? We always have to have a lot of noise. Just try to get used to being in the quiet, in the silence, because that's where you get your most potent information. So that's what I suggest. It's for people just to be silent, and see what the ancestors speak. See what your spirit says to you, and then follow it.
One more thing. Someone stated that they were going to fast, but she would definitely cleanse. So could you get a little bit into fasting?
Okay, so fasting, for a lot of people, it means different things. But let me tell you what a true fast is.
Exactly.
A true fast means that you do not eat or drink anything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? That's what a true fast is. That's like the definition of fast. And it takes you 3 days after you stop eating and drinking to actually go into the fast. A lot of people can't do that because of their health. So you must know where your health is at before you start choosing to fast. But some people say, well, I'm just going to fast and I'm not going to eat sugar, or I'm not going to fast and I'm not going to eat meat, or I'm not going to eat food. But the true fasting is no food at all. It takes 3 days. And then after that 3 days, as most of the food starts to leave your system, that's when you start fasting.
Okay. Well, I appreciate all the information that you have offered to us today. I appreciate your husband, Dr. Llaila Afrika. If you all
Oh, yes.
Llaila Afrika is, please, first off, visit LailaAfrika.com. I have pinned the website, but do your research. Look up
YouTube.
health.
Yeah, go to YouTube.
Yeah,
YouTube and press in Dr. Afrika, and you'll get all this information. And please, can we do something that I really want to make sure that I intentionally do every time I do a live? I want to say thank you to my husband.
Yeah.
And thank you for giving us everything that you have, all the information, the time that he spent. I am so grateful. I stand on his shoulders. I just want to make sure that let's just give him some energy. Let's give you got to give the people that's passed on, give them energy. So when you give them energy, you just think about them. You understand? You send them love. It's so many of them that has passed, but has left us with such good information. My husband being one of them. So I just want to take the time out to say, thank you, my love. I'm trying my best. And you just keep on encouraging me because I know I have a long way to go.